Did you say that the FBI headquarters should be shut down and reopened as a museum of the deep state?
Mr. Chairman, are we allowed to go an extra time?
Let's see. You get a second round. Before I call on Senator
Could he just answer the question if he said that the FBI headquarters, where they investigate cybercrime and terrorism, should be shut down and opened as a deep state,
Mr. Chair.
as a museum? Did he say that the headquarters should be shut?
I'm going to need you all to go to CNN's TikTok and watch that entire video, and I want this to serve as further proof as to why we live in the illusion of a democracy. Because even when the most well-intentioned politicians are in action and they step up and they speak, they find themselves in a rigged system. Because when they find themselves in a position where they are interviewing these individuals for positions like Secretary of Defense, head of the FBI, they always end up in a stalemate to give us the illusion that we possibly have a just system. And we always end up in a 50-50 vote. This is where the illusion of the American system comes into play. It makes us believe that we have a fighting chance, and it also makes oppression a viable option. And then, of course, the vice president, who is the president of the Senate, comes in and they break the tie with their vote. Politicians cannot save us. Do not expect anybody at the top to do anything. We have to rise. We have to come together. And if you're still holding on to this illusion of democracy and you think that we can truly vote and we have 4 more years, let go. Because if I may remind you, we had Kamala Harris for the last year and a half spewing the same lies being given to her by the system. And even though she was a better choice than Donald Trump, she looked 1 billion people in their eyes on television and lied to every single one of you sitting at home watching her give her speeches, calling the attack on Israel an unprovoked attack by Hamas, including not calling for a ceasefire until it was too late, while ignoring the historical truths about Israel's occupation over Gaza. And out of every time that the Democratic Party has owned the Senate, the House, and the Supreme Court, they have never codified Roe v. Wade, the dismantling of systemic racism, the dismantling of hate speech. And are you really going to believe that 2 parties are that completely different when both parties are funded by AIPAC? Both parties voted for the TikTok ban? Voting is a tactical weapon. It is not a solution. The solution is for you to get off your fucking asses and do something about this. The solution is for you to gather in the millions and demand that our government step the fuck down. Demand the reformation of anti-blackness, systemic racism. Demand the deconstruction of anti-LGBTQ laws, xenophobia. Demand, because freedom isn't given, it's taken.